All of us reach a point in time where we are depleted and need to somehow find a way to reignite the fire within. But how do we spark that flame? Welcome to Reignite Resilience, where we will venture into the heart of the human spirit. We'll discuss the art of reigniting our passion and strategies to stoke our enthusiasm. And now, here are your hosts, Natalie Davis and Pamela Cass.
I'm like, okay. All right. So, okay, we'll do this. Okay. And then what I didn't know at that time, you guys, was he's been thinking about this for a couple of years. My daughter filled me in on that little bit. But I'm like, I got it. He listened to podcasts, he's doing all this stuff. So I'm like, so we could talk to the Navy, but it wasn't going to work out because like there's all the COVID stuff and shots. He's, well, I'm not getting the shot. And then all this stuff. So like that wasn't going to work out. And he's really bummed out for a couple of weeks. And then he comes to me and he says, Dad, I'm not done. Let's go talk to the Marines. Because we had spoke with the Marine recruiter on the way in, and I'm a Marine. So, but I'm like, you don't have to do what I did and all that stuff. So we go in, sure enough, man, they're awesome. He's been in 10 months now. He's at what's called MSG school now in Quantico, and Superstar wants to be MARSOC, which is like being a SEAL. This is the Marine Corps Special Operations Command. That's his ultimate goal. He's very goal oriented and he's just killing it, loving it.
Beautiful.
It's great. So it's like, yeah, there's that story.
So it's good. I love that. Yeah. That's amazing. Well, thank you for your service and thank you to your family for the service as well, because I know everyone's in and everyone's on board. So thank you for that. That's huge.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah. It's amazing when you start working with your kids that way, when you have I had the time. Okay. Again, I could be around now. In full transparency, when it comes to homeschooling, I did the art and the PE. My wife did all the make them smart stuff. Okay. So I just want people to know, like, okay, a man has his limitations. Okay.
So, we like to call that the logic brain and the creative brain. Exactly. So that's right. So each has their own strength. That's yes.
I was kind of traumatized in school. So I'm not the guy who's going to teach you the book stuff, so it's all good. Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. And so now you have also entered in the world of podcasting. Yes. Tell us a little bit about your podcasting experience, your audience, and how you're still able to impact the world.
Yeah. So a couple of years ago in 2020, I started a podcast called the Eat Top Podcast, as Escape the Owner Prison podcast. And I did about 115 episodes with hour-long, with guests. Mm-hmm. And that was the beginning. I was like, this is so cool. Because I'm interviewing like NBA coaches and Navy SEALs and best-selling authors and just like the coolest people ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, back 20, 30 years ago, you had to be NBC to do this.
Right.
And I'm like, got these guys on Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
Interviewing and just having these great conversations. And it was really cool. I'm doing a lot of stuff for the coaching, and just bringing all this business stuff. So it was a lot of fun. I didn't have a lot of direction when I did the first one. I'm just like, wow, how fun. I meet all these cool people, and I didn't monetize it and do anything like that. I'm just having a good time. Just built more authority. And then took a break for a little while, built the coaching up even more. And now I'm Sharpen the Spear coaching. Let's do Sharpen the Spear podcast. So we're honing entrepreneurial warriors on the battlefield of business.
Yeah.
So I started that, and now again, more great people. I started guesting a lot first before I even launched the next one. So I've been on 156, 157 podcasts as a guest, and I really love it. A lot of fun, all different avenues and things and whatever. That was a lot of fun. And now I'm bringing in people in the service and trades industry, right? It's kind of a big umbrella, but it's everything from construction to plumbing, HVAC, mom and pop stuff, things like that. I work with a lot of different people, but really bringing some incredible experts on all levels, from mindset to marketing to systemization, all this stuff, and able to bring that content via podcast, both video and audio, making clips of the stuff and sharing it just like you guys do. The ability to touch people via a podcast, it's an incredible vehicle. Yeah. It's really an incredible vehicle. If you think about what we're doing right now, the three of us,
yeah,
like it's just the coolest.
Yes.
Right. I mean, it's just, and someone's going to be listening to this and you're thinking like, wow, that's really cool. That's neat. Oh, you really did that. Oh, I'm inspired, or I can do that or whatever. So I really kind of went down that path. Like, well, what value can I bring? Now I'm not looking to be told I'm great. Okay. I got over that.
Anymore.
That ego has been put in a box. Okay. So I'm good with that. Okay. That's ego ruined my first business, ego and pride. So I've locked those couple of things up. But now it's just, I love having guests on, and I love like conversations like this. Even being a guest, it's just, you're bringing value to somebody.
Yeah.
By sharing the story, sharing tips and tricks, just bringing value, letting people know you can do something you don't think you can do. It's really not, how to do it and all that kind of stuff. So I think if someone's in business, this is just another arm of your business. I think if you're bringing value and have a way to deliver it to people, I think it's almost a responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you don't have to, but like, it's a great way to help others. Like, I love entrepreneurs. I want to help 10,000 business owners, right? There's startups too. And now they're hard to work with because they're brand new. So I do like napkin, right? You start with the napkin and the idea and maybe into the first year. And the struggle is, well, they're startups. They're broke. All they have is an idea. They don't have any clues. They don't have any scars. They haven't lost money. They haven't been beat up. Haven't, got told no 67,000 times, and things like that. So it's hard for them to value what I can bring.
Yeah.
Right. And it's always, people don't pay for what they don't value.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, well, man, but I love startups. I love the whole concept. I've done it multiple times myself. So I create a thing called startupcoachingcall.com. I'm like, okay, so how can I coach them? Okay. That's still not a mentor. It's kind of like mentoring, but not quite free. It's $99 a month for a weekly coaching call, live coaching call. Get on, put your questions in, and I hot seat them.
Yeah.
I'll fix your problems live right there.
Love
Tell
it.
me what you got going on. Boom, boom, boom. I give them a solution. Hey, what's the next topic? Vote on the topic. I talk about it. So that's recently launched and I love it. I'm like, okay, that I can do.
Yeah.
And it's live and you don't get a recording. So I'm teaching them, you show up to get something done. You don't wait for the recording. We don't play that. Okay. So you show up or you lose, no contract. But you can stay as long as you want. I want to help them get off the launch pad.
Yeah.
And then we'll go, hey, I got an incubator. You can go into an incubator from there. And then, the guys who make more steps. So I can take them along that, well, we'll call it the value ladder, right? But I want to bring them along in there so they can actually increase their chances of success. I have an online startup program they can get as well. Takes them through all the 12 steps, 12 sections. And it's really for them. Now, a very small percentage will follow through because that's the nature of startups. Another reason it's hard to work for them. Because you could we'll go back to Spider-Man. They can't let go of the web.
Exactly.
That is a long way down for them.
Yeah.
90 stories up, right? And you're telling them to just let go and do something. So we try to help them get into the side hustle, but then quickly exit the side hustle.
Got it.
Too many people get in the side hustle and they're stuck in the side hustle. And they go, oh, I make an extra $800 a month by selling clothes. And I'm like, well, that's great if you're like 15, but come on now.
Exactly.
We gotta
There's so much more opportunity. Right? Yes.
Take this and let's go. What does this look like? Let's do the next thing. Let's add on to this. How do you scale this? You can't scale it. Okay, let's go find something you can scale.
Yes.
So don't get comfortable with a little. And I'm not the greed guy. I get a lot. I mean, just go do and help more.
Right.
Do more, be more. Right. Yeah. Get out there. That's what it's going to hurt. And there's going to be growing pains and you're going to learn, but there's coaches at every level. Right. Yes. You guys know, I know I'm a great coach. You're great coaches, but we can't coach everybody. Right. And there's certain levels when we're done.
Right.
That's our expertise. You got your Pee Wee football coach, you got your middle school football coach, you got your high school, you got your college, you got your pro, you got 6 new coaches there, right? It's never done. So we're always looking for that help. And that's the big thing that I learned was asking for help, which I didn't do my first 20 years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask I'd take help from nobody.
Yeah.
And I had billionaire clients that were offering me, they were in the mentor position. And I'm like, what do you know about building water features? That's the arrogance that I lived in, the idiocy that I lived
because
in.
you were so special and unique, right? Like, this is my special business. You have no idea. Yes.
Those were not words of affirmation. They were telling me I'm doing something wrong. I didn't like that.
Yes.
Even though they were right on every count, they were right on everything. And as I tell people with that advice, if only I had the money I lost, I'd be good.
You'd be good. We'd all be good.
Yeah, that's how much I didn't listen. Okay, I lost a ton of money. But yeah, it's really
that one hurts. I don't think I've ever thought about that, and now that hurts. So thank you for that, Richard. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but you're in the cool scar club.
Yes, that's true.
So we're not, there's not many people who can do what we do.
Exactly.
How many people can lose the amount of money that I lost? Okay. No, I don't mean I'm not banging my chest, but go ahead. I'm not recommending you try it either, but it's a special place of stupidity.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we will make sure that we link the podcast and the coaching programs in the show notes so that our listeners can find you. And we'll circle back around and make sure that we give them information that they can find you as well. But yes.
I love that. So tell me a little bit more about the $99 a month. So is it one person in there at a time? Is it anybody can come in at the same time and they're just firing questions?
Think of an auditorium.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Coming can be there. Yeah. And they all can put in the chat. And then what I do is make them vote on the questions we're going to answer.
Oh.
And you know why I do that? So they can't say I'm cherry picking them.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
It's their fault.
They're picking it.
Yes.
You blame everybody. I'm just a messenger.
Love
it. And it probably helps to bubble up the questions that many people have resonating with them, right? Like, it's on their list and maybe maybe it wasn't and they didn't even realize, well, shoot, I probably need to get this figured out too. Vote for it.
And it's hard for people to, say there's 50 or 100 people there. Okay. It's hard to raise your hand and speak.
Yeah.
You're adding, that's another pressure you don't want to add. If they can put it in the chat, then everyone can vote on it. Maybe it gets heard. Maybe whatever, right? But it gives them a voice and a place to go and like get their thing answered, or they get the question answered they didn't think of and they totally need.
Yeah.
Because someone's a little bit further ahead than them. And now that compresses their time. Now they learn from others in the group. So I really want that sense of community. So rising tide lifts all boats, but it's like home. And this is let's tie this into homeschool. So you're not a bunch of 10-year-olds in one class. You're 10, 12, 14, you're 6, all that. And you're all learning at your level, but you're getting help from other people who know more than you that can add to that. One great example I use is we had a big homeschool cross team with like 80 kids on it, right? So a lot of fun. We'd have a big banquet at the end of the season. And now, and homeschool families tend to be large. Okay. Like I have 6 kids. We're like the slackers of the group. Okay. Cause we got people with 10 and 12 and 14 kids. So we have this big banquet. It's like a picnic in a playground, all this stuff, right? The park. There's like 175 kids, right? So many kids at this thing. And here's the parents. We're up under the pavilion. Like we grilled, everyone ate. All the kids are out playing. Here's the beauty. No kid comes up crying for mom or dad. The olders are taking care of the youngers. You see everything. It's like total harmony. It's chaos, but it's harmony. Okay. But they're all playing for like hours because they all help each other. They get it. That's how they're raised, and everyone contributes, right? It's not, hey, you got to fend for yourself. You're only with the 10-year-olds and you're with all the 14-year-olds. They're sitting in the corner looking at their phones. There's none of that kind of stuff, right? So it's very unique, right? In that aspect. So it's the same principle in the coaching thing. People are at different places. If you could be on the napkin, this guy could be year 1, and hey, he made his first $100,000.
Yeah.
That to a guy who's on a napkin, okay, that's like $1 million. That's an amazing accomplishment from that point, and you get to be in a room with that guy. Okay, so it's like we go to a conference, you go to your conference tonight, and there's someone who's 10x what you do, killing it, and they're just, and you're sitting at a table with them having a conversation. That's an amazing thing, right? There's incredible value to that. So that's kind of what I want to develop in this. People come from all different places, but do more than just have an idea. So I have this equation. I have a little equation I created. So picture in parentheses D plus A minus E, near parentheses, times C equals results. So the D is for desire. That's your dream. That's your idea, right? That lives on your pillow in the bed, right? The plus A is for action. You got to take action on the idea. The minus E, the E stands for excuses. We don't accept any excuses. The times C is competition. Now, people think, well, that's weird. I go, well, competition comes in every form. You compete with yourself. You compete with literal competitors in the free market, right? But you're always trying to be better. You're always trying to improve what you first created. You want to find out what's wrong with it, improve it. So you add the competition element. That's when you begin to get the results. So that equation is something I used to have it on my gym walls. People come in because it's all the same thing. You can apply it anywhere. So I love that when people can I love desire. I love the dream, but if it doesn't go anywhere, if you don't take action, you know what they say, the graveyard's full of the best ideas in the world. You know, that never got brought to light. So you got to take the action. You got to get out imperfect action. Go make mistakes. Go make it and bring it out there. I mean, that maybe that's a mindset thing. Maybe it's a personality thing, but I truly believe it can be taught because people don't know, because no one is being educated for entrepreneurship.
No, not at all.
And that's a problem. So,
Yeah, that's beautiful. You talk a lot about scaling your business and teaching people how to scale your business. I know that in the real estate industry, that's hard for people. Like they get to that place and they kind of get stuck. They kind of plateau. I don't know how to scale your business. What are some of the words of wisdom that you would give somebody listening?
So here's the thing. There's 3 words. Here's 3 words. Ready? Automate, delegate, and eliminate. Those are the 3 things you can do to scale. All right. Now let's talk real estate specific. Okay. So we get the great real estate. I'm going to call them an agent. Forgive me if I don't know all the right terms, but
you've got it.
You're this, right? There they are. And they're selling their 2 million a year, their 5 million a year, their 87 house, whatever they're doing, but it's them, right? There's no leveraging them. So there's so many hours in a day and so many clients. I mean, I know you work 7 days a week because you have to and do the whole thing, but you're going to plateau, like you're saying, right? You probably all experienced everything else. So I don't know what would be common. Would it be I'll become a broker and now I'll have people start working underneath me and selling for me, right? So let's go be a broker. Okay, well, what does that look? That's automate, delegate, eliminate. So you want to automate whatever systems you can, whether that's lead gen, VAs working, appointment setters, whatever that looks like, right? Automate, new software, the great lead software and CRMs and all that cool stuff. And then there's delegate. And this is really the trickiest of the 3. Like if you're going to tell someone to do something, but here's the problem. That's all you did. And they have no parameters. They have no borders. They have no expectations. They have no consequences for not doing it. They don't have anything except hopefully they do it. Because they're an agent and they can do whatever they want. They work for themselves. They're 1099 and all that cool. But like, you're not helping them. Okay. So, but if you build a lane, you systemize the process, you show them, teach them exactly what to do. What are the SOPs, the standard operating procedures? This is what success looks like on the day, the week, the month, the quarter, the year. You build that out, then you give them something to do that's in that lane. They can run for the goalpost and score, right? Again and again and again. Now do that times 7 people. Now you've got an 8-person, firm, you and 7 others, they're out winning all the time. So they're killing it, doing great. You're benefiting from all of that. You can be out doing your thing that you do, right? That's how you begin to scale, right? And now once you've built those systems, because here's the beauty. Let's say you're going to go, hey, I'm going to go 2 hours away and open another real estate brokerage, right? This place, this is growing. I can go do a lot here. Guess what you don't get to take with you? Those people. But what do you get to take with you? Those systems. Take all those systems. They're duplicatable now. Now you find the right people. You plug them into the system. They can run. We always put people in the systems, not systems in the people. So if you can do that, now they can run. Right now you're duplicating. Now you can go, oh, that worked. Maybe a third one. There's this one. Like Nashville is a place. I'm gonna go to Nashville now. So I'm just saying, like, once you learn that, that's the franchise model, right? Now, once you show, you don't get to build one and call it a franchise. No one's going to buy it because you haven't shown you can do it more than once.
Yeah.
You got to be on your second or third or fourth one. Now you've proven that I have a working model, regardless if I'm there or not. Right.
Yeah.
And you can do that with a brokerage firm.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. I mean, there's all the nuances. I get it. I go into all that, but understand the basic is your systemization of your business is what's key. Now so we got automate and delegate. Now what's eliminate? Eliminate is going to be your redundancies, your cost overruns, right? Lost commissions, all this kind of stuff. You want to eliminate that kind of stuff. But what you really want to eliminate is you. You want to take you out of this. So you're not doing the day-to-day. You're not the conductor of the orchestra. Okay. You're like, this is all handled. Now you're either focused on this or the next thing, or you're focused on vision, what we call your 5%. The 5% in that business only you can do.
Yeah.
Right. You're the vision, you're the founder, you're the growth person. You're going to take it to the next place, right? You're going to oversee this stuff. So that's what you want to eliminate you from the day to day. That's what they're for. That's what the system's for. So that's automate, delegate, and eliminate.
Love it.
That's
Love
fabulous.
Yeah.
And I think oftentimes when we think about the elimination piece, it's like eliminating the things that are not worth our time, right? So, or the time sucks or the distraction or what have you. But thinking of it from the stance of eliminating me, how can I extract myself from the formula and it still works, right? Like what can I put in place so that it continues to operate without me?
I think that's important because most entrepreneurs don't want to do that.
No.
Because remember from the beginning, it's their identity.
Yes. Yeah.
You're telling me to kill myself.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean? Like remove me, but I'm it. I'm the one who started this. It's Walsh Realty. You know what I mean? It's like my name's not, my thing is my name. It's my name. Like don't name your company after yourself. There's a bit of advice.
Yeah.
Give it a cool name. Give it a really cool name. Okay. I don't care how cool your name is. You know, but it's just things like that. You got to be, and I'm kind of jokingly, but really now that I think about it, like if you're just starting, really consider that.
Yeah.
Don't put your name on it. You might be the front guy and all that, but make it something, think legacy.
Yes.
Think that you don't need to have your picture on the wall 50 years from now and all that stuff. Here's our founder. I mean, that's all cool. Like I tell people about kids in their business, right? Like having the family business. Like, first of all, don't put that expectation on your children.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, do not, let them do what they want to do. The second thing, if you do want them to do it, I'm going to tell you a reason why they won't want to do it is because if your business is a hot mess, it's not systemized. It takes you every day. You're putting in 10, 12, 15 hours a day.
I don't want to do that.
Your kids don't want that.
They don't want that.
They don't. They never get your time. You never come to their games. You don't come to the plays. You don't come to the recitals. And you want them to do that to their children?
No.
Not going to happen, right? But if you've got a systemized business like we just described, and it's humming and you're around and you can do this and go here and go there, they go, I want to do that business. I'll do that. So build something that's attractive. And a quick side note on that, if you do that, it's attractive to your kids. You know what else is attractive to?
Everyone else.
A buyer.
Yes.
A buyer.
Everybody else.
Somebody wants to write you a nice big check so you can walk away. They can come in. So there's a lot of benefits for doing it the right way.
Yeah.
So just think about that. But a family business, if you've ever experienced that, that is that's a hard way to go.
Yes. Have you ever worked with somebody that had a very successful business and it was their name and they're wanting to get where it's moved away from their name? Have you worked with anybody to help them transition out of that?
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, here's the problem. Okay, it's not a problem, but here's what you got to work around. You're going to leave the name. You can't change that. Okay, I've made that mistake because you spent 20 years, 30 years building a brand. Yeah, the name becomes a brand.
Yes.
Tyson Chicken.
Yeah,
exactly. Change the name. Okay.
No.
Yes.
What's his name? Frank Purdue Chicken, Frank Purdue, right?
Mhm.
No one cares, right? It's chicken. But so you don't want to change that, but what you have to do is work the mindset of the owner. Like, listen, if I'm going to help you build this business so it looks like this at the end. Okay. Someone comes in, they offer you $15 million for your business. That's the price you wanted to get. Maybe you get 15.5. It's even better. They're going to hand you a check. You're going to shake hands. You're out there and nobody knows the business sold.
Right.
Nobody knows
Yeah.
because it's run so well. I mean, nothing
Yeah.
changes, right? But they can tweak it and do whatever they want. It's theirs now, but that's what's attractive. That's how you're going to get your big exit money, right? Because
Okay.
you build something no one else has to fix.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Now
working. Systems are in place. Yeah.
Right. So if you want to get a real good exit number,
Mhm.
okay, for your business, you have to understand like there's a lot of work involved. But the earlier you start that, you begin with the end in mind.
Yeah.
How long do I want to do this? How much do I want at the end? Well, great. Now you can reverse engineer and make that happen in that time frame and get everything you want. So it's just a little different way of thinking, but that's really the transition you're talking about. It's separation anxiety.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all they know for all that time. I mean,
Yeah,
I was always in like a Rick Rock shirt. That was the name of my company, or a hat, or the clothes, or the every vehicle's wrapped. My personal, I mean, it's hello, it's me. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. So there's a lot of that.
You were the walking billboard and the face and the owner and
all the things
and the installer and making sure I get the
everything.
I'm building the stuff. Yeah, it was something, but it's fun for a while, but then you realize, this is
not forever.
Not fun anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right. Great words of wisdom.
I know. I feel like for our entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, that is probably the best advice that you could have received in like a nutshell. Again, many things that I have discovered the hard way over the years to get this in one sitting. Richard has been fabulous. So thank you.
Yes.
In our last few moments for the show, is there anything else that you would like to share with our listeners that we haven't had the opportunity to touch on yet?
Yeah, people always ask like, how do you do it? How do I be more resilient? How do I power through this? How do I develop grit or perseverance or whatever word you want to attach to it? And I have a little method. Okay, I'll share with you. And it's 3 words, just like, and it's not automate, delegate, or eliminate. It's 3 different words. Okay. It's do hard things. Okay. You need to put yourself out there. And it doesn't mean like I do a lot of physical hard things, right? Because I like it. That's my thing, right? But I also do hard things on like the computer.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much like typing. Okay. That's a hard thing. All right. So there's things that I really hate. Yeah. And I'll force myself to do them because they're difficult and it makes me better. And in addition to that is read books of people who have done incredibly hard things. They've suffered, they pushed through, they got it. Anything who's been through duress, right? Maybe they fell off a mountain and they had to crawl back for a week, with a busted leg, touching the void, something like that. Ernest Shackleton, him and 28 guys stuck on the ice, Arctic ice for 2 years, and he brings them back alive. It's unbelievable. Like, go read that kind of stuff. Just read it. So when you think you're having a bad day, okay, you go, oh, maybe not so much. Right. Yeah. Like, it's that for me is one of the best things I ever did. Yeah. Like understanding like these people did. It's all you think it's impossible. Yeah. Right. And now I'm crying about a little bit of work I got to do, or like I ran into a problem here today and this isn't going to happen. I'm like, you can take that deep breath and check yourself. Yeah. And go, well, this isn't eating penguins in the Antarctic, what I mean? It's I think I'll be okay. I think I'm going to get through this, So to do hard things, I'd like that. Yes. I kind of want to have it on a billboard.
Do hard things.
Is a black billboard with white do hard things. That's it. And that's the message. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you, Richard. We will make sure to give all of your tools and your tips and your formulas in the show notes so that our listeners can access that and have those at their fingertips. If they are looking to find you or even hop into your hot seat coaching sessions, those group coaching sessions, how can they get a hold of you or take part in those programs?
So sharpenthespiritcoaching.com. That's the website. You can go there, you can book a call, you can send an email to me, you can do whatever you want there, get a hold of me if you want to talk about your business. That'd be awesome. If you want to do the startup coaching call, you go to startupcoachingcall.com.
Perfect.
And you can sign up. and you can get on there. And it's pretty simple. I like to keep things simple.
I love that. That makes it easier for everyone. Fabulous. Well, Richard, thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure getting to pick your brain and get a little bit of insight behind the curtains of, you know, what's happened in your world in the last 2 decades. Let's just say that.
Yeah. It's the beauty of time. The longer you're in the game, the more stuff you get to do.
Yes.
You just think you gotta you look at my bio, yeah, that's really cool, but I've been doing this a long time. I've had time to do all that. You know, it looks cool, but yeah, you know. So just don't. Here's the last thing. People always overestimate what they can do in a year, and they underestimate what they can accomplish in 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there's no overnight success. There's no 1 year is like a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's nothing. So just know that, you know, you're not even getting warmed up yet.
Yeah.
You know, you're at the gym. You're in the first 15 minutes of the workout.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in the warm up.
Yeah.
That's usually the same time that you're like questioning, why did I do this? Why
what was I doing?
this again?
That's right.
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, Richard, reading your bio, there are some bios that I see and I think I question, like, well, what am I doing with my life? How is this possible? Like, how has he accomplished all of this? So thank you for giving us insight and saying how. Yes. I love it. Absolutely.
It's been awesome. I appreciate you guys having me on. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, for our listeners, if you all are wanting to know what is happening in the world of Reignite Resilience, head on over to reigniteresilience.com so that you can see what's happening behind the scenes in the lives of Pam and myself. And if you have not already done so, make sure that you subscribe to our weekly Think Letter. We have additional tips. You will see tips and the tools that Richard gave us in one of the Think Letters here in the next couple of weeks, because we want to make sure that these are the tools that are getting into your hands so that you can continue to ignite the fire within. So until next time, we will see you all soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today on the Reignite Resilience podcast. We hope you had some aha moments and learned a few new real-life ideas to fuel the flames of passion. Please subscribe on your favorite streaming platform, like or download your favorite episodes, and of course, share with your friends and family. We look forward to seeing you again next time on Reignite Resilience.